Caliph during the prophetic period referred to leaders who replaced or continued leadership after the Prophet Muhammad, but in certain contexts, the concept of Caliph can also be applied to the Prophet's own role as leader of the people. During the prophetic period, there were several understandings about the Caliph. Prophet Muhammad as Caliph of Allah. In several verses of the Qur'an, humans are referred to as caliphs on earth. Qur'an Surah Al-Baqarah 30. In this context, the Prophet Muhammad is the supreme leader of Muslims who guides them based on revelation. After the Prophet's death, the companions chose a leader to replace his role in governing the Muslim community, but not as a prophet, but as a caliph, replacement in leadership. This is what is later known as Khulafa Rashidin, Abu Bakar As-Siddiq, Umar bin Khattab, Uthman bin Affan, Ali bin Abi Talib. So, during the prophetic period, the term caliph refers more to the role of humans as leaders on earth, while after the Prophet's death, this term developed into a political leadership system in Islam. The story of Caliph Abu Bakar As-Siddiq in 632 to 634 AD as the first caliph, Abu Bakar As-Siddiq, whose real name is Abdullah bin Abi Quhafa, was born in Mecca in 573 AD. He came from the Quraysh tribe and was known as a successful trader, philanthropist, and a person of noble character. Abu Bakr was the closest friend of the Prophet Muhammad since the beginning of the preaching of Islam. He was the first man to convert to Islam without hesitation after accepting the Prophet's invitation. The nickname As-Siddiq, the confirmer, was given because he always confirmed everything the Prophet said, including during the Isra Mi'raj event, which was widely doubted by the people of Mecca. During his 23 years of prophethood, Abu Bakr played a major role in the struggle for Islam. When the Prophet emigrated to Medina, Abu Bakr became his travel companion, even willing to enter the cave first to ensure the Prophet's safety. Donating wealth to Islam, Abu Bakr was one of the friends who donated the most wealth for the cause of Islam. During the Battle of Tabuk, he gave up all his wealth, and when asked by the Prophet, he answered, "I left Allah and His Messenger for my family." Abu Bakr always took part in major battles, such as the battles of Badr, Uhud, and Khandaq, showing his courage in defending Islam. The election of Abu Bakr as Caliph. After the death of the Prophet Muhammad in 632 AD, Muslims experienced a leadership crisis. The Ansar and Muhajirin gathered at Saqifa Bani Sa'ida to determine a new leader. Umar bin Khattab, at the meeting, proposed that Abu Bakr become Caliph, and finally all the friends appointed him. Abu Bakr then made a speech. "O people, indeed I have been chosen to lead you, but I am not the best among you. If I do good, help me, and if I do wrong, set me straight." This speech shows his humble attitude and seriousness in leading fairly. Abu Bakr's leadership period was very short, only about 2 years, but was full of great challenges. Among them is the Ridda War, war against apostates and false prophets. After the death of the Prophet, many tribes in the Arabian Peninsula refused to pay zakat, and there were several who claimed to be prophets, such as Musaylama al-Kadzab in Yamama Tulayha, al-Asadi in Banu Asad, Aswad al-Ansi. The biggest war occurred in Yamama, where Khalid bin Walid led Muslim troops to defeat Musaylama, also burning ashes, sending troops to the Romans. Before he died, the Prophet Muhammad had prepared troops under the leadership of Usama bin Zaid to fight the Romans. Even though there were objections due to Usama's young age, Abu Bakr still sent these troops as proof that Islam remained strong, even though the Prophet had died. During Abu Bakr's time, many memorizers of the Qur'an died in the Ridda War. Umar bin Khattab then proposed that the Qur'an be written down. Abu Bakr agreed and ordered Zayd bin Thabit to collect and write down the verses of the Qur'an, which became the forerunner of the Mushaf we know today. In 634 AD, Abu Bakr fell ill. Before he died, he appointed Umar bin Khattab as his successor after consulting with his companions. Abu Bakr died in a humble state, leaving behind little wealth and a message that what he had taken from the Baitul Mal be returned. He was buried next to the tomb of the Prophet Muhammad in the Prophet's Mosque, Medina. Abu Bakr was a leader who was full of firmness, wisdom, and patience. Although his caliphate was short, He succeeded in maintaining the integrity of the Muslim community, eradicating rebellion, and laying the foundations for a strong Islamic government. His services and leadership made him remembered as the best caliph in Islamic history, a companion most loved by the Prophet.